All right then. All right, so your underlying energy here is the strength card here. Okay, there's a need to be courageous, be brave, to be strong. All right, the focus is that, and then because of the Five of Wands. Now, there could have been some past conflicts that you need to deal with, or something like that. Something may have come up where there was definitely some back and forth, but it was short-lived, of course. It was intense, and I think now there's just a recovery period, right? The strength to kind of carry you through. Right now, I'm not getting any bad vibes. I love this tower energy, this temperance energy. Temperance energy is such a peaceful energy. It's so calming, it's balancing, and I feel like right now you guys are trying to gain some balance. You're very much focused on yourself, keeping the balance of your own life, trying to do the best that you can with balancing your own scales and making sure that stuff is on point. I see what y'all doing. I see what you're trying to do. Handling yourself, handling your business as much as you can. Now, with that being said, though, your desired outcome is the Five of Cups. I feel like you guys want to shift your focus from what's lost to now to something that, to be able to make progress on the things that you do have, the relationships you do have, the connection that you may have left here, okay? Because you lost something very, you may have lost something may have been missing. And I feel like right now you don't really want to sit there and dwell on it. You don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to think about that. You want to be able to You want to take the cups that are remaining and make something out of it, which is totally fair enough. Now, the only reason why you aren't able to have this Five of Cups energy right now is because of the Four of Wands, right? The thing that stands in your way from getting to the Four of Cups energy, and it's because of I want to say it's some sort of commitment here that's on hold. Some sort of relationship here is on hold. I feel like you want to go after some sort of connection here, but I feel like this relationship that you're currently in, or something that may have been lost within this connection, is just like it's pretty solid. It's pretty silent. It's not like non-moving. The Four of Swords shows me here that there's just no action happening. Four of Swords talks about taking some time out, reflection, looking within the self, a pause, separation. Now, there's some things that are just not happening right now. Some things that are just stagnant, not moving. And I feel like it's because a current relationship potentially for you guys have either reached a peak of something, or just it's at a place of just stagnancy, right? There's nothing moving. Now, it could be that that you guys want to reconnect within your relationship, right? Instead of focusing on what you lost, really reconnect with the partner that you're with, and try to revitalize that relationship. And I feel like the only thing that's keeping things from being able to be moved or for progress to be made is because there is this break. There's nothing that's moving here. Now, you may have to start something new, Cancer. I'm not saying elsewhere, right? You may have to just go ahead and start something new within the connection. Start building on something, start building on something new within this connection. Obviously, right? I said twice. But the Ace of Pentacles could talk about, right? It could be like, giving an offer or starting something that can build towards longevity, long-term commitment. And this is a very exciting place. Where do you want to take the relationship, right? It's all depends on where you want to take it. What do you want to build? What is legacy are you trying to accomplish? Because if with that kind of goal in mind, that will help really kickstart this new beginning. However, I do feel like you guys are overwhelmed. Maybe things are kind of moving very fast right now, and you feel like things are moving very fast. And you feel very overwhelmed with emotion, or very overwhelmed with things that are coming in, because you do have the Eight of Wands in your feelings. And usually with the Eight of Wands in your feelings, you feel like you're making great progress, which I hope that's the case, or you're making fast progress, period. Or you guys just could be feeling very overwhelmed right now, like feeling very overwhelmed within your emotions about how you feel about something that something that's moving very fast. And it could be that your desired outcome, or your hopes and fears rather, is you don't want to connect with somebody that's a little bit distant, like that's not emotionally there, that's kind of empty, something that's cold and detached. I don't know if you want to be connected with that. And I think at the same time, you hope to connect with somebody that you feel that can take the situation very seriously, that knows the truth, at the same time, I do feel like this may even be kind of like your energy. You want to be more serious. You want to take things a little more seriously. And for some of you guys, you may hope to be somebody that is an air signs partner, which is, an air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You may want to be a part of their life. You may want to, be with them. You know what I mean? You may want to feel like you belong to them and they belong to you. Maybe that's what you kind of want, right? Then you have here in your outcome the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is talking about not necessarily making a decision, like not sure of where to go. Not necessarily saying that you have no idea, have no options. You are very clear about what you want. You know what your truth is. This doesn't ever change, right? The King of Swords. You want to be certain and absolute and, in your truth. And I feel like the Two of Swords, the outcome talks about potential, like being, staying in a situation where you have to keep balance, but it's only a matter of time before the swords have to drop, right? You can't keep the swords like this crossed over, crossed like this. You see? Hopefully, I wish I could just like focus on that for a second. Let me see. Let me tap on it. Come on, focus. Well, it's not trying to focus. So, as you see here, like the person's, like their hands are crossed over. I don't know if you can see through the blur, but like this person is crossed over. Like the swords are crossed over their chest. That's not a very comfortable position to have swords. As a matter of fact, you better be surprised that those things don't pop off because swords are usually heavy. So anyway, despite the technicalities of a sword, like there's a period in time where that the pen will eventually have to drop. Right? You have to go through and communicate the truth, communicate what you want out of the relationship. Okay. Now there could be that this is just a weird period in time within your current relationship. There could be that you're in a relationship with someone already and you want to pursue something else. You want to go somewhere else because this is a lost cause. This is gone. This connection here is no longer. It could be that you have a connection here, for those of you that are dating, right? It could be that you may have lost something in the past and now you have Two of Cups, but you're not sure, right? You've become more stable within yourself and you don't know if you're really ready to take the risk. But the thing here is like making the steps to go ahead and make that happen. That is being honest with who you are. It's being honest with yourself and walking in your truth and communicating with people, regarding like how you got, what you want, regarding, your desired outcome, to be able to just connect with someone again, to be in a relationship, to feel like you guys match the same frequency. Because it looks like in this situation, you guys, you may be in a relationship right now where there's just nothing happening. You know what I mean? This is just something that's stagnant about this connection. And it's perhaps you're dealing with something that's very cold, very detached, like non-existent, pretty much. They're very non-existent in the relationship, it feels like. Let me go ahead and take a look here and see what's going on in your life now with the whispers of love for this week. I love your attitude, Cancer. Like you want something new. You don't want to sit here and think about what's been gone forever. You want to start something else. You want to tap into that King of Cups energy and be that romantic that you are. But it's hard to do when there's nothing going on, right? So the best thing to do is to start something fresh. Just to start something new. Have a new goal. Have what do you value, and then go after that. Okay, and it says, you are limitless. Recognize your truth. You can do anything you choose to do. That's what I'm saying with the King of Swords and the Two of Swords in the outcome, man. And even the Ace of Pentacles. And typically the Ace of Pentacles is not a truth. It's not like the Swords. But the thing here is, it's like, it still is a, like, what am I trying to say? It's still something that you believe in. If you know that you're trying to manifest, in a way, you have to you can't manifest something you don't believe can be manifested. Okay. Now, I really feel like that's the case. Trying to move this off this side a little bit. See what your romance angels has to say for this week as well. See what comes up for that. Oh, attraction. Okay, and it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, being in the moment. Yeah, that's true. The Ace of Pentacles does talk about being in the moment. When you start something new with the Ace of Pentacles, you don't think about the end game, right? You think about the offer, what is there that's needed to, to kind of push the relationship forward, to make things happen. And I really feel like this situation, this relationship is not lost. right? There's some things that may be gone from this connection, but there's something that's not lost here. There's a lot of rebuilding potential here. The Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands is great at indicating that. And it's saying to just like find a new goal, find a new aspiration, build to something that makes you feel that you're making great ground and value in, right? Something that you can identify with and enjoy. Because this connection, you can build value in. You can always build value in it. It may have been a time period where there was nothing going on, but right now, I feel like you can rebuild that connection. You can actually, make something solid. But it's all about, just putting the time in and enjoying the moment and spending quality time together. Ace of Pentacles. That is what it's all about. Ace of Pentacles. But then perhaps you'll be able to lead on with your truth, right? And you don't have to feel like you're keeping the balance anymore. Not in a sense that, makes you feel like you're kind of contradicting your own truth in a sense. But you can truly be in harmony and in that flow. All right, guys. And not just with yourself, because this is Temperance energy. You are doing this with yourself, but like within the relationship. But yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to quickly say thank you so much for all the love and the support that you guys have been giving me, the comments and the likes, even the sharing to all your friends. I really, truly appreciate that, guys. And all of my clients out there, thank you so much for choosing me as your source of intuitive wisdom. It's enjoyable to be able to, it's great. I'm grateful that I'm able to do what I want to do in a platform that with people that enjoy what I do and enjoy the same topics like I do. I love love, and it's amazing to be a part of a community that loves love too. And I want to help everybody that has, situations in their own love life. And believe it or not, doing these readings for all of you guys really has helped me in my own love life. Okay. And, my love life is sure as fire, hell away from perfect. Definitely. And that's okay, because I got plenty of opportunities to learn from you guys by pulling cards for you guys, what I can do for my love life as well.